Hello, welcome back to Age of Empires 2. This is the Mongol Raiders scenario. It's based on the original demo map for Definitive Edition. The idea is to take out as many opponents as you can as quickly as possible. You don't have a huge amount of time to do it, and in particular, I have tried this a couple of times, and I've never quite managed to defeat the Teutons, unfortunately. But I'm going to see what I can do. I'm aiming for a score of upper 20,000s. If I can get to 30,000, that'd be perfect, but upper 20,000s would be good. I've tried this a few times now. I'm not exactly sure what the best strategy is, but I think at the start here, what you want to try and do is just pull back slightly. You can try and lure in these opponents towards the castle, but you do want to pull back slightly because you don't really want to be losing units in this particular skirmish. And I'm also going to try and kick off a bit of an economy. I'm not sure if this is the right thing to do or not, but I feel like you can probably, especially at this very early stage, get away with throwing up a couple of extra town centres and just getting that villager production going. I'm going to queue up all my upgrades now so I don't forget later. I'm going to queue up a few trebuchets, and then I'm going to get the... I can't actually afford the heavy camel upgrade. That's fine, I'll go for hussars instead, and I'll start launching the attack on our opponents. 2 rams is not going to be great for this, but we don't have to worry about this attack down here. It's not going to get past our towers. I'm hoping 2 rams will be fine, just because I'm going to try and back them up with the mangudai here. The yellow player doesn't have murder holes, so if we just park these right under the castle, I think we should be safe. It's really quite borderline though. Yeah, I'm not sure this is the right thing to do. No, I'm clearly just losing my mangudai. Okay, there will be these intermittent freezes, by the way. That's part of the current patch. It's a slight problem they seem to have at the moment. I'm not sure why it's happening, but for once I'm not actually blaming my PC for that. That's actually down to the game itself, which is kind of a relief. Should be fixed at some point, presumably. As yeah, the castle is going to go down. We're going to start moving our units over towards the other side. And once we take down the yellow castle, we should be able to inherit a few extra resources. So should be able to throw up a first castle. In fact, we can do that regardless. Okay, so I think you definitely want to go for either the Slavs or I can't remember who these are, the Tatars I think. You want to go for them first. Because apparently, and I have tried this once with very limited success, apparently you can actually go and attack the purple castle from within the orange walls. It didn't go well last time I tried it because the Saracen player does have a rather large number of siege onagers, which can definitely thwart that, but in theory it's an option. Gonna need a few more forces than this, but trying to focus most of my forces just on dealing with the Slavs, as this is probably not going to be enough. Let's start pumping out a few more. I need the heavy cavalry archer upgrade, but can't afford it right now. Okay, and clearly doing fine for wood, so let's try and reprioritize a lot of these. Onto farming, that is very messy, but there is a mill there, so I guess it's relatively okay. Auto-reseed all of these, should have a good mass building. Castle is going to go up pretty soon. Okay, so we want to try and lure in all of these units towards our castle, keep our trebs safe if we can, pull them back. I'm probably just going to garrison these for now, either that or we can throw up a few barracks, which should help us against the Saracen player. Yeah, mostly do just want to rely on our castles here. Try and grab a few converts if we can. Okay, so 13 mangudai plus 19 camels. I think that should be enough to make the push on the Slavs. There is a watchtower down there, which I'm going to try and ignore this time round. A bit of a distraction, I don't think it matters too much. Main thing we need to do is take out the opposing monasteries. I'm not sure what's going on with the orange player right now. Looks like we have semi-successfully pushed them back, at least within their walls. So let's bring down their gate first. And if their units want to come out and attack us, then hopefully our castle will be able to deal with those. We have got a pretty decent number of cavalry archers. And should have enough here to make the push into the Slavs' base. Let's keep the villagers coming. And any spare villagers, we're going to send them down in this direction. We're going to try and throw up a castle towards the shore here. Lots of champions that we're trying to focus down with our mangudai. Okay, let's see. So I'm sure I told these guys to attack the gate, but apparently not. Okay, the Slavs are gone, that's great. Let's start by getting the well overdue cavalry archer upgrade. A few more of these if we can. And we're gonna need lots of pikemen. Not sure I actually need the castle here. I think I'm gonna be better off actually just trying to build up a bit of a mass. Economy is surprisingly weak so far, but once we take down the orange castle we should be relatively okay. Gonna need to pull these back, ideally all the way towards the castle if we can. Try to keep our trebs safely away from all this. Yeah, so you are going to see these freezes quite a bit. I think my PC deals with them particularly badly, but that is actually the current issue with the current patch. Very much temporary, I hope. Meanwhile, down here looks like we're slowly building up the pikemen, but not really quick enough. I think I prefer a little bit more than what we currently have, definitely, especially in terms of camels, because the Magyars do have a very large number of paladins. We don't necessarily need to take out all their units, we just need to keep them sufficiently distracted for our rams to take down the town centre, but some of them are looking pretty weak, so gonna need a few more, but luckily we have managed to bring down the orange player. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start focusing on camels, and I'm gonna try and focus my camels just on taking out the siege onagers so that I can hopefully rush down the Saracen castle, preferably before my trebuchets get wiped out. Okay, so current pikeman count is up to 12, that's not great. Can afford a lot more of those. Do need to be really careful because yeah, we do have a huge number of trebs here, but it's really important that we actually successfully take down the opposing siege onagers. 100 years, yeah, that's not great. These guys have just decided to stop, that's not good. Really need to focus down these onagers. The trebs should be able to do this. This is not the time for pathfinding issues. Come on, make it happen. Okay, here we go. Just bring down the onager. You know what, we've distracted them enough that we should be okay, I think. Alright, time to go. 7 siege rams should be able to take the hits from the galleons just about fine. The rest of these units will just try and pour along. Let's see, okay, so castle has gone down. These things are under attack, but they do manage to survive. Well, no, maybe not. A lot of them being taken down. Okay, so only one Trev survives, but it's worth it. We didn't have to take down all of the purple units. And we're going to try and build up a little bit of a mass to make the final push on the Teutons. Don't think we have quite enough time to really make it happen, but we will see what we can do. Rams are on their way in very slowly. If we can just distract these for long enough to bring down That town centre will hopefully be fine. We have got a decent number of pikemen here. Should be just about capable of keeping our rams alive. As yeah, we do bring that down, so that's perfect. So they're out too. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to try and throw up as many castles as I can. Preferably before we actually entice the Teutons into attacking us, because we don't have the best roster for bringing down the Teutons. If anything, we probably just want as many cavalry archers as we can manage. And a good supply of trebs if poss. Let's see. Should have a few builders here, which we're going to bring up and try and drop a castle. Let's see, so everything's looking relatively safe down here. There is a bit of an attack coming in, but hopefully the castle will still go up. Should have a few extra villages here, which yes we do. I'm going to try and throw up both castles at once. Keep these guys defensive, because the main thing is the red player just has so many units that it's really quite difficult to deal with them. 50 years left, probably not enough. Let's see, so trebuchet is slowly trying to make their way through. You do get some pathfinding issues here. You can actually delete the stable. Pick up a few of these, and I think a few scorpions could actually do pretty well here, so let's get some of those. 50 years, is this going to go up in time? Possibly not. Okay, so we've got tons of food, so let's just feed in. Let's just feed in a constant source of pikemen. It's not going to help too much against the Teutonic Knights. The Teutonic Knights are really just the main issue on this map. They're really quite difficult to deal with. And I'd be tempted to sell off some of this food if I actually had a market. It does look like I do. Okay, so let's sell off a lot of this. And let's just try and get ourselves one extra castle. I'm going to be luring them in pretty soon. Let's see, so over here, first castle has gone up. The mass comes to attack. Luckily they are led by the paladins, so hopefully can bring those down with pikemen before the Teutonic Knights show up in too large a number. 25 years left, that's not going to be enough, but whatever. Let's just try and make the push. We've got so many units here, we're just going to have to see what we can do. Yeah, that castle is actually too far back. So yeah, you can see the red mass there is going to bring us down. However, on this side it's looking fairly good. It's probably too late for us to actually do anything. 14 years left to go. Okay, so let's just ride in. Let's just see how many units we can kill. I don't think we're going to be able to do much more. So yeah, just been a little bit too conservative here. Should have actually made the push. I had a previous experience of this map where I just dropped the one castle and it got taken out. But I think on this occasion, probably could have gone a little bit more aggressive in hindsight. But yeah, on this side we've been pushed back. So that's pretty much just flopped. On this side, on the other hand, things are looking relatively safe. It's just too late to make anything happen. So I'm not quite going to make it to my 30k aim, but we are going to be on the upper 20,000s, which is probably going to have to do. There we go. Okay, so final score is 28,800. I'm relatively satisfied with that. It's not much higher than my previous highest score, but I think that's going to have to do for now. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully it's given you a few ideas about how to approach it in your own attempts. I'm not sure if this map is still going to be around after the current Mongol event. Hopefully it will be, because it is quite fun. But as of the time of this upload, the map should be around for at least another week or so, so do go ahead and give that a go. It might also be available as a mod. I'm not really sure exactly what's going to happen at the end of the event, but it is a good bit of fun. So thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.